Something fundamental has broken between men and women. You can feel it, can't you? It's in the air during every conversation about relationships. It's the unspoken tension in every argument about marriage. It's the core of every debate about raising children. It's like the two genders are reading from completely different playbooks, operating on entirely different rules. And men are finally realizing, playing by the old rules, the ones they were taught were noble and right, now means losing everything. This isn't about anger, it's an awakening. For decades, society has sent men a very clear message. Be understanding, be accommodating, be self-sacrificing. Your job is to protect, to provide, and most importantly, to stay silent about your own struggles. You are the rock, the unmovable foundation. And for generations, men accepted this role, believing it was the path to honor, family, and a meaningful life. But what happens when the very system you built your life around turns against you? What happens when being a good man starts to mean being invisible? Invisible in your own marriage, invisible in your own family, and worst of all, invisible in the lives of your own children. That's the stark reality countless men are waking up to. Everywhere you look, conversations about gender have turned into battlegrounds. A woman says she's breaking free from oppression, seeking her independence. A man says he's offering the stability and commitment he was taught to value. Both believe they are the hero of their own story. Both see the other as the villain. And somewhere in the crossfire, empathy has vanished. A man might say he wants a traditional family dynamic, not because he wants to control anyone, but because he's seen it work. He believes it offers a stable framework for love and raising children. But he's immediately labeled toxic or patriarchal. Meanwhile, a woman says she wants both complete independence and the full benefits of his provision, and society nods in agreement, calling it empowerment. These are not compatible worldviews, and pretending they are is what's destroying relationships from the inside out. Now, let's talk about the one topic no one seems to want to touch with a 10-foot pole, the family court system. For decades, these courts have operated under a silent, pervasive assumption that mothers are inherently better parents. It's a bias that has devastated millions of families. Think about it. Good fathers men who coach Little League, who help with homework every night, who never, ever miss a school play or a dance recital, are systematically reduced to the status of weekend visitors. 2 days a month, if they're lucky. They become a paycheck and a part-time parent. And then, society has the audacity to turn around and wonder why so many men are walking away from the idea of family formation altogether. Why would you sign up for a game that's rigged against you from the start? But there's a glimmer of hope. The tide is slowly beginning to turn. Some states, driven by relentless advocacy from fathers groups and fair-minded legislators, have started to implement default 50/50 custody laws. Equal time, equal responsibility, equal authority. A radical idea, isn't it? That both parents are equally important. And here's the most telling part. The same groups that have spent years preaching about equality are now fighting tooth and nail against these new laws. Why? Because true equality removes a built-in advantage. When responsibility for the children is truly shared, the incentives for conflict decrease. And guess what happens? Divorce rates drop. It turns out that genuine equality, not the selective kind, is what actually works best for everyone, especially the children caught in the middle. Men are finally connecting the dots. They're starting to see how weaponized language is used to control them. Words like toxic masculinity or emotionally unavailable are often just code for "you're not doing exactly what I want you to do." They're noticing how fathers are condescendingly called helpers in their own homes, while mothers are automatically designated the primary parents, as if a father's role is secondary by default. They watch movies, media, and academic discourse celebrate every aspect of female empowerment, while male pain, male sacrifice, and male struggles are either ignored or openly mocked. And after decades of quiet acceptance, men are done with it. This isn't bitterness, it's clarity. A painful, hard-won clarity. Men are realizing that their silence was never strength. It was compliance. It was a strategy for keeping the peace that has ultimately cost them their peace of mind, their families, and their sense of self-worth. I have sat with fathers, good men, who haven't seen their children in months, despite doing everything the court ordered. Men who pay every bill, follow every rule, and are still treated like dangerous strangers to their own kids. These are strong, successful, capable men, utterly broken by a system that tells them their pain doesn't matter, that their love is less valuable. And when these men dare to speak up, what are they told? Man up. When they show their grief, they're called weak. When they fight for fairness, they're labeled as aggressive or dangerous. That isn't equality. That is a mechanism of control, plain and simple. It's a double standard that no truly equal society would tolerate. But something is changing, and it's powerful. Men are organizing. They are finding their voices online, in support groups, and in state capitals. They are refusing to be shamed into silence any longer. They are fighting for equal parenting rights, for fair and unbiased courts, and for basic respect for their role as fathers and partners. Let me be crystal clear. This is not an anti-woman movement. This is a pro-family, pro-fairness, pro-child movement, because the truth is stunningly simple. Children need both of their parents. A healthy partnership means both voices matter, both contributions are valued. And equality cannot be selective. It can't be a buffet where you only pick the parts that benefit you. Either we are all equal in rights, in responsibilities, and in value, or we are not. Men are done playing nice. Not because they've turned cold or heartless, but because being nice in a broken, unfair system simply means being compliant. It means accepting your own erasure. They are not giving up on love. They are not giving up on family. They are not giving up on women. They are giving up on accepting unfair terms. Real progress, the kind that builds a better future for our sons and daughters, begins when both genders are valued equally. It begins when a father's love is held as sacred as a mother's. It begins when men no longer have to beg a court for the Kenshinkeit Puthafa, fundamental right to be parents to their own children. This isn't anger fueling this change. It's a demand for balance. And that balance is long, long overdue. Thanks for watching. If this message resonated with you, please share this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more conversations that matter.